Welcome back to my channel. Here's a quick Valentine's Day wreath tutorial. First, you're going to need some fabric or ribbon or anything you choose. This is a variety of reds that I had in my collection. You could also use tulle or decorative mesh. These ones I found at the Dollar Tree. Also, you want some lace ribbon or trim, or even just white ribbon or white fabric for the outside border, and you'll see what it looks like when it's all done. This is just a variety I had. You're also going to need the wire wreath form from the Dollar Tree. First you want to do is you want to rip your fabric into strips. It's really quite simple. The first piece that you rip off may be salvage because it depends on the weave of your fabric and which direction the weave is going. So what you do is just going to snip a little on the end, about 1 or 2 inches. Between 1 and 2 inches is really what you ideally want. And then you just tear, and that's it. As the fabric goes on, you'll see it's much easier. You get much more even strips. It's usually the first one may or may not be a sacrificial strip. So you're just going to measure every few inches, just random. This part is totally random, the widths of the ribbon. And then you're just going to tear strips, strips, strips. Depending on how long your fabric is depending on how many strips you need. Because then we're going to take our strips and you're just going to clean off whatever extra strings you have. And be mindful that some fabrics have one continuous strip and then some don't. So I'm just marking on my board 5 inches, which will make cutting go super fast. If you have a ruler, use a ruler. I have a sacrificial board that this permanent marker comes off of. So what I tried to do here is I tried to rip the lengths of the fabric, and I realized that it was creating too much waste because every time I ripped one I had to pull off the extra loose strings. But I'm going to give it another shot just in case. And you'll see it's the same thing. And that's when I realized that I should go to just cutting the strips. The ends of the strips, it's okay if they're cut clean. So here I am, I'm doing the same with the polka dot fabric. So this was the fabric had a sacrificial first piece. And if you're using ribbon, you can skip these steps altogether and go straight to cutting 5-inch pieces. So then I cut up the lace trim the same, 5 inches, 5-inch pieces. There's the 2 different styles that I started with and the 2 different fabrics. And you ended up needing 65 pieces of both fabrics and lace. So what you do is you take your wreath form and you're going to start around the outer edge with your lace. I was trying to go for the look of a kid's craft where you almost put the construction paper heart over the doily. Just reminded me of when we were young, and I thought it would be super cute and super country, shabby chic sort of situation. And it's just so simple. You literally just tie the knot, each piece of fabric. I was alternating here because you don't want to have like all of one kind of fabric or all of one kind of lace in a row and then another kind of lace on the second half. So you just want to alternate back and forth. And I did end up filling in with some of the other laces that you saw in the first example. I'm just going to continue to tie on and tie on and tie on until we've filled up the entire outside circle. So it's a wide piece of lace. All you do is scrunch it in the middle. There you go, and then tie it in a knot, same as before. And then this way, when you go to fluff it out, you'll have a little bit more volume with the wider ribbon. And here's the finished product with the lace. Like I said, I added some other shapes of trims. And then I just tied on the first layer of fabric, the middle ring of the wreath. And I want to show you that with a fabric like this polka dot that is actually printed on one side, it has a side. It has a correct side and a back side. I folded it in half so that you would have more of the correct side or the brighter side showing. But this heart-shaped fabric was completely two-sided, so it did not make a difference how we tied it on. So there you go. You just like the lace, you just pinch it, tie it on, alternate these two fabrics, polka dots and hearts, and continue the whole way. There you go. Just continue around the whole way. And there it is finished. Now you just want to fluff it out, cover your holes, move your pieces of fabric around the rim, because you do tend to move them over when you're trying to tie knots. You just want to even it out and fluff out all your lace. What I've done next is I've taken a piece of gold string, but you can use anything you want for a hanger, wire, ribbon. I just used this gold string. And I just cut a piece, made a loop, tying a knot on the end. I can't see. An old lady, put on your glasses. All right. Let's try this again. So let's see. Fold it in half, tie a knot on one end. There you go. And I decided to find the point of the heart, the middle ring. I basically put the string through, and if you pull the loop through the knot, then you'll end up with the loop coming through the end, so not the knot side. And then I was like, duh, tied it on the front, but that's okay, it just pulls right through the back. And then I was deciding whether or not I wanted to put a bow. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, well, will bow make it look less like a heart? So I have some options here, and I ended up going with these ones from the Dollar General and Walmart. But I ended up going with burlap ribbon that I found at my local grocery store, believe it or not, and it was $1. And it's pink burlap that has wires and X's and O's and hearts on it, which I just loved. I have a video on a quick bow tutorial, so this is me doing it really quickly, but I'm going to link that in the description down below so you could check out the quick bow tutorial. It really is super simple. I had a comment, one lady commented and said, you make it look so simple. It really is. It can't be any easier. Unless you're having somebody help you, then it would be easier. But really, you can't. It's really the easiest bow that you can imagine. And, hey, even professionals make mistakes, right? We just, it's not mistakes, it's just how you learn. So, one thing that I didn't show is to attach the bow to my wreath. I just slip a wooden clothespin behind the knot. And this way it can be temporary or permanent. I could change out the bow if I want to. Say I change my mind later if I find a nicer ribbon that I like, something more in tune with my decor or such. So there you have it. And then I'm trying to figure out, like, do I want it? Where does it go? Where does it look best? I don't know. I can't figure it out. I was thinking at first that when I put it up at the top, it made it look less like a heart and more like a circle. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comments down below. Tell me which one you like. Now this is an eyelet trim that I had from a project for ages ago, and I just laid it behind the wreath to see there's other options. You can always use a solid piece of fabric back there. I would just glue it to the back of the lace edge. And here's the final product. Now, zhuzh it up when you put it on your door, and then add your bow if you want. And I hope you like this tutorial. If you make it, tag me on Instagram at Mrs. GarthB2 and share with me. I'd love to see your finished products. I hope you like this. I hope you found this easy. It's a little time consuming. You want to just put a movie on. Take your time. Like it's time consuming, but it's definitely easy. Okay, I hope you all have a great day and take care and God bless and thanks for tuning in. All right, see you in the next video.